Hello everybody. Today's video is going to be on how to change your fiberglass or plastic tub and surround from one color to another color. In our case, we are going to change our tub from a beige color to a nice glossy white. Things that we will need will be a sponge, safety glasses, TSP bucket, water course, gloves, a sponge roller, a sanding block, a handle thing here to use the sponge roller, green painter's tape, a mask because obviously there's lots of fumes, and the paint that we're going to be using is this marine paint, and it's high gloss durable enamel paint, and it's probably more likely used for things like marinas, like boats and stuff, but it does work perfect on tubs. So our first job that we have to do is that we have to wash the tub and surround with the TSP, and so I'm going to do that first, and then when that's done I'll use the sanding block and we'll scuff it up a bit, and that is obviously to help hold the paint down. Then we'll give it a wash, everything will dry, then I'll do the green tape, and once that's all done we can start painting it. So some will be done with the roller and some will be done with this little sponge brush, and that's to get around the edges and stuff. So I'll get back to you when I'm ready to do the green tape. So here is a bit of the tape done. What I'm doing is I'm putting it right up against the edge of the tub that where I want to paint. This is the trim, it's already white so it won't need to be painted. So I'm just going to put 2 rows of the green tape around everything. This little plastic tube, the handheld thing, I'll tape that up. The air thing I'm going to unscrew, so we can paint the whole thing. This I'm going to leave on, and this I'm going to leave on, and what I'll do is just put tape right around, probably cover the whole thing just to make sure it doesn't get any paint on it. And of course, I think probably on the floor, maybe paper or something 6-8 inches out from the tub, so that way if any paint falls downward it won't get on our floor. So I'm going to continue on, and then when I'm ready to start painting, I'll come back. It's time to begin the paint job. I have now taped up everything around the tub. I've taped up around the different taps and stuff, the drain, the little handheld thing there, and around all the outside. My creamy color walls, I don't know if you can tell whether they're creamy color, but they are creamy colors, hopefully will be as white as the tub when we're done. This is a very strong paint, this marine paint, so I'll just quickly show you how it's going to go on, and like I said, I'll use the foam brush for the edges and stuff like that, and then I'm going to put the face mask on, and I'll show you when the first coat is all done. So basically I got a foam roller, and we're just going to go like this, and then we'll just keep it on, keep going, and it's sort of like just if you were painting your own walls in your house. So we're just gonna make that, and you can already see the difference with the old beige to what the new white was going to be, and it will even be brighter than that when it's finished. So I'll be back when I've got the first coat on.
And just like that, the first coat is done. Probably took half an hour to an hour to do it. I'm not sure yet. I got the fan running in here. I've been wearing a face mask and I haven't really left. I'll leave the door closed, and obviously we'll use the second bathroom. Probably will take a good 2 full days for this to dry, and then I'll come back in and then I'll do a second coat and maybe even a third coat. I see there's a few little spots that I'm going to have to catch that are running, and so I'll watch that for the next few minutes. But other than a couple of few spots, I think it looks pretty good. Quite a difference, I do believe. So the first coat is now finished. I gave it probably 3 or 4 days, and I'm going to start the second coat. So when I get the second coat finished, I'll see if it needs a third, and if not, I'll take the tape off and I'll show you when I'm all finished. And if it needs a third coat, I'll just show you when the third coat is finished too. So far the first coat turned out pretty darn good, I think. So we'll see you in a few seconds, or in my case, probably an hour. But I've just started doing the second coat, and you can already see along here the difference between the second coat of white and the first coat of white. It's a lot. It just runs right along about there, and you can see the difference. Not a whole lot, but it's definitely whiter on top than it is down there, so it's going to look very nice when it's done. And just like that, coat number 2 is finished. So we'll now let it dry and see how that turned out. Looks pretty good from this distance. This is number 2. It's a little bit harder to tell, obviously, I know, but it looks very white. Went on nice and smooth, and next time I show you this video, it will be all finished, which should be in any moment now. Now that it's all finished being painted, I just have to remove the painter's tape, and once that's all off, I will show you what the top looks like finished. So some of these places might stick a little bit, but if I have to, I'll run a knife down and just peel it down, but it should just mostly just peel right off like it's doing now. So okay, let me do that in a very. And there we are. The tub is now been painted. It came off pretty good. The tape, the painter's tape came off good, but I had used a bit of masking tape and that tape was a little sticky, so I would say stick to painter's paint or tape. So it's finished. It was a 30-year-old tub and surround that was that awful creamy beige color, and now it's looks a heck of a lot nicer. So our bathroom, I think, is finally finished. We did the toilet, we did the floors, painted the walls, that kind of stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. And if I do any more do-it-yourself projects, I will definitely put them on for you. So it's not that hard. Obviously it takes a few hours to put paint coats on and let it dry and so on and so forth. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye now.